Giant's Head is a road in Summerland, British Columbia that is easily one of the best in the world. And just so happens to have one of the best events ever. And it's 10 years old now. It's showing no signs of slowing down. Thanks, Andrew.
It just brings everyone in. People come from Australia this year, Netherlands, New Zealand. Lots of people from the Midwest, from the East Coast of the United States. People that have skated this hill know that it's one of the greatest hills, so they keep coming year after year.
Giant's Head is pretty much the funnest road I've skated in the world. I wouldn't say it's like the best because people like different things. There's faster hills with more hairpins, but this is, I think, the funnest hill I've ever skated.
Oh man, each corner has its own personality.
All like the really notable corners have names and varied histories on how they got those names.
We all named them in our treehouse. With Jim Z, Travis, you, we drew a map and wrote them down, didn't we? We made it official, and that was a long time ago.
There's 16 corners that are all different varying angles and degrees of turn. Some banked, some not banked.
Favorite corner is CHER. I like Big Picnic.
Tightrope, Hello Tree, DEADMAN'S,
Gravel corner,
Hairpin,
Big Picnic,
Big Picnic,
corner 1,
Hello Tree, DEADMAN'S,
BEAVIS.
CHER.
So yeah, 16 sections. There's a lot of cool little features. If you know the road well enough, you can hit in between corners. There's shortcuts, dirt rides, cool lines.
Yeah, so you drop in, first corner you hit is corner 2.
It's got kind of a little bit of a right sweeper. Usually people do a couple little tweeter slides into it.
And immediately you have one of the best hits on the whole mountain is this dirt wall ride to the right-hand side that's tilted up. You just surf it like a wave. It's really hard packed this year.
Basically a chunk of rocks, literally, that like can send you off if you don't put all your weight on your board. It's ridiculous.
We used to have plywood over it. It's still perfectly skatable and honestly kind of more fun. Yeah, after that you get a flow to speed.
That's when you go to gravel corner, and that's when the real game starts.
There's a 4x4 trail there. So back in the day, there was always a bit of gravel, and that's where we got the name Gravel Corner. That just got blown up in the event, and we put more and more gravel on it every year.
The gravel's there for our safety because the cliff on the other side, if you were going too fast, would be really, really bad to fall off of. So it kind of gets a little hectic there.
I always throw a little slide in the gravel just to mess with people because they don't expect it. They all fall behind you. Big gap.
After Gravel Corner, you go into Houdini. Houdini will play some tricks on you.
If you don't slide extra early, usually you see people going off the end.
So it just looks like you just skid a little bit, but in reality, if you don't skid enough or if you don't grip enough, it will send you towards a tree.
And you end up off the road. Isn't that right, Cuff?
Yeah, after Houdini, you go on a little picnic. That's just a little fun corner there.
So Little Picnic is the starting point before going to tightrope, and I like it because the chicane brings you up to this little bump that you can either ollie or you can do whatever you want. I like to ollie it preferably just because it's fun. Some people actually like to stay within that chicane section because they know that like 180 kids are the biggest threat in that freaking section.
180 kids. Those are the kids that think they're fast, so they push out with the group instead of waiting in the back, and then we get to tightrope and they just start throwing 180s all the way down it. Impossible to pass. If you got grippy wheels on behind them, you're gonna have a bad time.
Tightrope is the fastest section of the hill. Usually I try to go with someone that I know is confident in front of me who will bomb all of tightrope, but...
Well, I go first every time because I don't want to be behind anybody on tightrope, but yeah, if you get behind people on tightrope, yeah, just pass them. Just pass them.
Then you get into Hairpin Corner, which is one of my favorites because it has a really rough patch on the inside. So if you slide extra early, you can hit this super rough apex.
Fastest, flattest, tightest left. You really can't get any speed out of it.
That's why I like that one the most, because of just the sheer danger. The ability to do it with only one slide takes a lot of finesse and experience.
And then you group up with all your friends again because it's a slow section after that hairpin, and you go into the second half of the road, or maybe even just the second third. I don't even know if that's half.
Then after that you come into BEAVIS, which is my favorite corner. It has a little strip across the road which kind of messes around with your head, but really doesn't do anything. Super nice banked kind of corner.
And then BUTTHEAD. That's just kind of a dick around lefty. You probably just pretty much grip it. It's pretty slow. It's fun.
And then you come into Landy Corner, which is also one of my favorite corners. It's big and wide and kind of just swoops in. You can just kind of scrub through the whole thing. Or you can take the dirt shortcut before the corner, which can be a little difficult, but very fun if you make it through.
Then we go into Hello Tree.
I like the name of it. Honestly, I don't see the tree. Oh, that's the tree. Oh, that's the tree. Okay. Yeah. You don't want to go into that.
Is one of the only ones that's not fully a hairpin, and you can like take some speed through it, and also you just need to not look at the tree. It's awesome. It's so easy once you realize you just don't look at the tree.
Next part, you can pick up some good speed, go through these sweepers, pop out of the forest through the meadow.
You get to ride really fast down this beautiful terrain of all summer. It's pretty gorgeous.
And it just shoots you into big picnic. Fast pre-drift. You don't want to really fly off that corner. There's some prickles.
It's kind of like weird corner because it's sort of flat and lots of people just fly off the end. And it's crazy to watch people in front of you just go straight instead of go around a corner.
I love Big Picnic because it's really challenging to keep speed through it. Oh,
And then a flat section. And this year right now we have a little rainbow rail, and that's a lot of fun.
You group up with all your friends again for the Showtime 5, which is the last 5 hairpins on the road. It's where we race.
Top of the Showtime 5, you get to Sunny. It's a left.
And it's nice and wide. You can hook a huge slide and just milk it all the way through.
You gotta pop a little drift for that. And as soon as you stop turning, there's Cher.
Really, really awesome back to back. And it's a lot of people's favorite corners. I like it a lot.
If you go fast enough, it's just like a big perfect drift. One, you don't even need to do a speed check into the next one, and it's there.
It's almost grippable. Yeah, I said that was my favorite righty. Yeah. Favorite righty.
You come up to the third corner of Showtime 5, it's President's Choice.
It's always the one that I forget, but President's Choice is awesome.
Dropping lefty, pick up some speed through that. And there comes DEADMAN'S. DEADMAN'S Curve. You won't come back from DEADMAN'S Curve. It seems like a normal right hairpin at first, and then all of a sudden it kind of comes back on itself and like the road gets skinnier again. So if you're taking a wide line, you might just go into the Temple of Doom, even though you thought you were gonna make it. The Temple of Doom is the hole that you will fly into if you leave DEADMAN'S.
It drops so hard and so fast. I'm maybe a meter in, it's chest deep, and it just keeps going like, let's say 20, 30 feet.
DEADMAN'S is great as long as you stay out of that massive hole over there, which I didn't do today. Is not fun. I've never been in there before, and I don't want to go in there again. I'm real dusty now.
Then you fly through the forest.
And then you have corner 1, right? No. What's the last corner? The last corner is pretty fast, the one that I hold the longest slide out on.
It's the best because it's probably the fastest left. I like Tosa.
It's probably the most flat spot worthy corner of them all because it's dead straight. You bomb in there, you gotta hold your board sideways to slow down in time or you're gonna fly into a concrete barrier. And not only that, your legs are usually pretty dead at the bottom, so to get the bottom corner is kind of relieving. Finish off the run. Hopefully you haven't come off your skateboard the entire time and you're a happy skater.
After that, you got the water station, which I hit at the end of every single run. Make sure I'm hydrated.
So the race is really fun because you grab a friend and you challenge them for the first round. It's a really laid back race where you can make any rule you want so long as both people agree.
The race is intentionally meant to be fun and not taken too seriously. There's the people that come out that really care about it, but at the end of the day, we're just here to have fun. DEADMAN'S in the race. Past years, it's been covered in pine cones, totally littered with dirt, breaking hay bales apart, throwing hay, doing all different types of things. It definitely puts a big mental block in your head because there's a lot of stuff on the road, and even doing hands down, it's hard making it through those pine cones. It's not easy. Getting beamed in the face with pine cones, all the people, all the spectators join in, and once you're out of the race, those people have a vendetta for the people that took them out of the race, so then they start going for them. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And it's just an all-around rowdy fun time.
I've been told this year that they're gonna try to keep it clean.
Racers don't want them. The racers say no pine cones.
There we go! Yeah! Oh, look at these lines. These are quick, man! Finals, we have a Byron and that kid. You're at Giant 10, number 10, 10 years. Let's hear. Oh, you're gonna do it! You're gonna do it! Take it on the inside!
That was a nice pass.
That's easily the tightest final I've ever seen. Back kick swooping in.
You guys
guys, this event is about all of us. Every one of you makes it. We're so happy you're here. Thank you so much for participating. We love you guys. Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Giant's Head Freeride 10. It's a blast.
It's the sickest event I have ever gone to in my skating career thus far. Thank you for all the organizers.
100% worth the drive. Would do again.
Can't wait for Giant's Head 11.
Giant's Head 10, give it up for it!
If there's any skate event in North America that you go to, even only just do one, make it this one. It's the best.
Oh, my boys cried!